On a Thursday afternoon here in the middle of October, we welcome you to Shelton, Connecticut here at the Sports Center of Connecticut for a women's ice hockey matchup here in the New Conference. Post University Eagles, the home team, searching for their first win of the season, coming to this one 0-5-1 overall, 0-1-1 in conference. And on the other side, welcoming in the Ravens from Franklin Pierce University. They are 1-3 overall, 1-1 in conference. Big time New-Ha matchup here on this Thursday afternoon. First of two. Both of these teams will play tomorrow, 1:30, right here in this building. And with that, we say hello and welcome upstairs inside to the broadcast booth. Griffin Castle and Ann, thanks for having us in here on this Thursday afternoon. Eagles in the white uniforms, Ravens in the black uniforms, ready to rock and roll here. Post looking for their first win of the season. Big time two-game slate, back-to-back today and tomorrow against Franklin Pierce. Taking a quick look at the first lines out there, Hannah Saunders in net for the Eagles with a 91.8 save percentage on the year. And then on the other side, Jill Hurdle, the senior from Highland Park, Illinois, in net for the Ravens. Tristan Curry at left wing, Jet Devlin at center, Selena McKevikas at the right wing. On defense, Karis Kale and Kaylee Peterson out there to start for the Eagles. 35th all-time meeting between the Ravens and the Eagles. We're underway here in Shelton. Eagles have struggled all time against Franklin Pierce, 6-28 record, but they have won the last three meetings versus the Ravens. First line out there for Franklin Pierce, Mariana Valeri, number 27 at left wing. At center, Bryn Levinson, who has 2 goals on the season. Bodine is at right wing. Left defense, Melanie Targus, number 17. Ashley Wright is at right defense. And we'll take a quick look at Hurdle's numbers on the year. 92.9 save percentage, 11 goals allowed, 143 saves on the season for number 32, the senior. Noah Farberman trying to tap it. Maddie Noonan ankle into the left circle and go behind the net. Eagles played last weekend, last matchup against Assumption, fresh off of a 1-1 tie in the previous one on Friday, October 10th. The one before that lost 2-0. Go back out to the blue line. It goes into the neutral zone, and Franklin Pierce will need a reset. Saunders will fall on it, stop the clock, 18-19 remaining in the first period. Franklin Pierce, they played last weekend as well, was in Fairfield, Connecticut at Sacred Heart. Won the first one on Friday night 4-2, lost the next one the following afternoon 6-2. Last matchup between these two teams came in March 1st, 2025 at Franklin Pierce. Eagles won that one 1-0. And this will go all the way down. It will be an icing with 18 minutes even to play here in the first period. Franklin Pierce have won the first 2 faceoffs. Abigail Brose will take it for Franklin Pierce, and Jody Rose will take it for the Eagles. Rose, 77 games played coming into today with the Eagles. Ruby Mitchell tries to hit it up. It goes into the neutral zone. And Riley Patfield here angling to the middle. Looks for Rose near side boards, taps it ahead, goes back to the wall. Puck right out in front, there's a shot. It goes right behind the net. Got a bunch of different line changes here for both teams. 17:33 remaining in the first period. Just getting underway here in this New-Ha matchup. 2-1 in faceoffs here. Franklin Pierce can't see who's taking it for either team. Far left circle in the Eagles offensive zone. Tristan Curry tailing. Oh, pardon me. We actually have a power play. Didn't see what transpired there in the right corner, but 5-on-4 here for the Eagles early into the first period. Let's see if they can cash in with it. McKevikus fires. It was blocked. Hit up the near side boards. Eagles able to keep it inside the blue line here. Emma Hine feeds it. McKevikus back up top. Webster, nice touch pass. McKevikus. Great movement there from the Eagles. McKevikus could not get her stick on it properly and fires off a shot, and Hurdle falls on it. With 16:49 remaining in the first period. 1:16 remaining on the Eagles' early power play here in the first period. 2-2 in faceoffs here. Eagles have won the previous two. McKevikus will take it for post. I believe that is Valeri. Yes, that is Mariana Valeri taking it for Franklin Pierce. Emma Hine taps it up. McKevikus back up top to the blue line. Left circle, feed right out in front, shot. And a nice block there by Hurdle. Eagles getting some nice opportunities here off on the power play. What a strong shot on the one-timer by Hine, and it was deflected by Hurdle. She's had some nice saves here thus far, and she makes another one right there. Jill Hurdle looking like a brick wall here to begin things in the first period. Has had an outstanding season, has pretty much played every single minute in net for Franklin Pierce. Has tallied 236 minutes, 49 seconds coming into today. Eagles with their fourth consecutive face-off won. Pass out of the reach there of Jody Rose, able to retrieve it in the near corner. Cuts it back, shares it. Lily Zoner waiting for it up top. She gets it right here. Fires a wrist shot, deflected. Rose retrieves. 15 seconds remaining on the Eagles' power play here. There's a wrist shot, goes above the net. Zoner lets one rip. A great power play kill there for Franklin Pierce. And there's a nice shot, deflected. Jill Hurdle came up with some excellent saves there during the power play, and the Eagles will retrieve it here on their side of the ice. Maddie Newton is in. She will skate off. Ruby Mitchell on. Timmery Grom is on. And Anna Branair, nice cut there. Bo Dean shares it up top. Casey Coffey back to Dean. Dean finds an open teammate, and a nice takeaway here from the Eagles. Had somebody middle there, did Franklin Pierce, and Anna Branair gets it across the blue line. Valeri trying to track it down here near side boards. Cuts to the middle. There's right in the middle, Bryn Levinson, who's got 2 goals on the year, fires a shot off left. Dean up top. There's a wrist shot by Lila Bauer, the sophomore. And Riley Patfield comes out of the pack. No numbers skating with her. She'll get it behind the net, and the Eagles will get some substitutions in here as well as the Ravens. Curry taps it. Emma Hine coming right up here in the middle. That's Jet Devlin. Burst of speed. Curry tries to tail in. She's looking to get around her defender, and Hurdle will fall on it. It looked like Curry was being held by the shoulder there as she was trying to break free, and the Eagles will get a new line out here. Maddie Noonan's line is out there, along with Noah Farberman and Georgia Stevens, the freshman. Farberman right behind the net. Looks to get it out. Has Zoner. She'll let it rip. It was deflected by Hurdle. Right out in front. And a takeaway here. Mackenzie Grimm looking to move it up the ice down the middle. Shares it. Haley Anderson gets her stick on it. Maddie Noonan gets involved. Far circle in the Eagles defensive zone. Andre fires and it's deflected there by Zoner. Pass intercepted. Abigail Targus dumps it, and Franklin Pierce will get a new line out here. Kaylee Murphy and Abigail Brose's line is out here. Brose coming right down the middle, runs into multiple Eagles. Nearly 8 minutes gone here in the first period. Grom looking to clear, does so into the neutral zone. Total shots here, post 10, Franklin Pierce 3. Shots on goal, post dominating that category to start, 7-0. Great action here to start. Feels like the urgency very high, understanding that this is obviously a conference matchup. Franklin Pierce trying to get above 500 here in conference at 1-1 coming into today. Eagles 0-1-1 in conference, looking for their first win of the season as they are 0-5-1 overall. Puck will skate into the near corner. Jenna Charlin trying to track it down, hounded there by an Eagle. Pass right out in front, no Eagles home. And Kaylee Peterson keeps it inside the blue line. Approaching that midway point here, first period, no score. The Eagles have kept it here for the majority of this first period as Peterson will look to get it past the blue line, dumps it. This line for the Eagles stays on. Head coach for the Eagles, Brandon Brown, graduated from Post in 2022. Shelby Page, assistant. Larry Erickson, assistant. And then on the other side for Franklin Pierce, David Stockdale in his 14th season at the helm here for Franklin Pierce, graduated from UNH in 2003. Courtney Stone in her second season as an assistant coach, and Noah Kinsinger in his first season as an assistant coach here with Franklin Pierce. There's a nice shot, a glove save by Saunders, didn't have to move too much. That was Courtney Swenson, the junior left defender, ripping that shot. 6-2 face-offs here for Post. Make it 6-3 now as Franklin Pierce wins this one. The Eagles look to clear it, not able to do so. There's a beautiful wrist shot deflected by Saunders right out in front. And Curry can't clear it. 2-on-1, great opportunity for Bodine. She lets it rip and it's off right. 9 minutes through, first period. Some good opportunities there for Franklin Pierce. Bryn Levinson's line is out there. The Eagles' first line is out here as well. Kevikas tailing. A nice dump there by Courtney Swenson, not able to get it out, but Franklin Pierce able to get into the neutral zone right here. Addison Andre making defenders miss. The freshman with a nice flurry of moves. Eagles moving into the neutral zone. Fortuitous substitution right there for Haley Anderson, right there coming off of the bench. There's a nice look out in front from Grimm, and a wraparound move. It's Karam's out midway through the first period. Some great opportunities here developing for both teams through the first 10 minutes. Mackenzie Grimm, couple Eagles out in front of her, looks for Bauer, has it taken away momentarily. Gets it right back. Some stellar defense there from the Eagles. Zoner will move it up the ice. Zoner cuts it back. Taken away. Haley Anderson getting involved and into the picture. Karis Kale dumps it, middle, Hurdle, falls on it. With 9:20 to play here in the first period. Some great action here on the ice to start here in this first period. 7-2 and 7-3 in shots on goal posts. 11-8 in total shots. And it looks like we'll get our first time out here of the game. 0-0 here to begin the first period. 9:20 to play. Out of the timeout, 9:20 to play, first period. No score, 8-3 shots on goal, post. 12-8 in total shots, face-offs here, 6-4 post. Block shots, 1-1. Right out in front, Hurdle able to fall on it. She has had an exceptional start to this game. She's had an exceptional start to the season with a 92.9 save percentage. Hannah Saunders on the other end, not too shabby as well, with a 91.8 save percentage. (8-4) now in face-offs won in favor of the Eagles. Crafty move there by Abigail Brose. Leaks it out for LaRoche. Lily Zoner makes a defender miss, brings it into the neutral zone. Met by multiple Ravens. Great takeaway there by Emma LaRoche. And Kaylee Murphy tails. Alex Sestola lets a shot rip, and it was deflected by an Eagle. 8:20 to play, first period. Zoner into the neutral zone, trying to lead Roche. She slaps it ahead, and the Eagles will get some substitutions in here. Jet Devlin back out there, Emma Hine out there. Nice cross, but nobody home for the Eagles. .7:52 to play. First period, we'll get a face-off here in the neutral zone. McKevikus back out there, as well as Tristan Curry. And Jet Devlin. Devlin in the center will take the face-off. Emma Hine out there with Kaylee Peterson as the defenders. Nice dump. Hurdle will leave it for Swenson. Peterson takes it right behind the nets. Hine trapped in the corner, gets out of it. Looks for the wraparound, but Hurdle right there to meet her. And Grimm cuts it to the middle. Nice move. Pass intercepted there by Hine. And she'll dump it, and she'll sub out as well as Devlin. Maddie Noonan's line coming out there. Under 7 minutes to play, first period. Webster dumps it off right on the net. Nice tap there by Anderson, and Noonan, the captain, tracks it down and feeds Webster. Mackenzie Grimm will sub out. McKevikus will sub out on the Eagle side. And Georgia Stevens in here for post. Nova Farberman trying to trap a Raven right there. Karen's out to Noonan. She hits it right up the board. Gets away there from Tallulah Cameron. Eagles with it in the neutral zone. Get it past the blue line. Noonan tracks it down. Quick skating. Shot or pass deflected off of the leg of Hurdle. And there's a slap shot, and Hurdle will fall on it. She has had an outstanding start to this game. Eagles have been getting off a lot of shots here to begin, and Hurdle is standing strong in net. Hurdle has had to work a lot harder than Saunders has. It's not even close. Hurdle 12 saves here to begin. Saunders only with 3. At a standstill in that far board, Eagles able to come out with it. Melanie Targus makes defenders miss, takes it across the blue line. 5:20 to play, first period. Targus hits the brakes, shares it. Levinson waiting at the blue line. It looks like we get a penalty right there. Didn't see what happened in the near corner. And it's a penalty against the Eagles. So first power play of the game here for Franklin Pierce. Jody Rose, the culprit, into the penalty box here for the next 2 minutes with 5:08 to play in the first period. So cross check on Rose, thought that was the signal. There's a shot right out in front. Valeri with a golden opportunity there, knocking on the doorstep. Targus has got it. Dean takes it to the left circle, shoots, and it was deflected off of the leg of Zoner. First power play of the game here for Franklin Pierce. Eagles have already had one. 4.5 to play first period, 1:25 remaining on the Ravens power play. Levinson gets off a good look. Targus gets it at the point, shares it to the right circle. There's a nice dump. Levinson out in front. Good puck movement by Franklin Pierce, and it caroms out. Cornetta, Maggie Cornetta that is, hits the brakes. Nice lead pass ahead for Bodine. Lost it, Anderson regains it. .48 seconds remaining on the Franklin Pierce power play. 3:55 remaining here in the first period. 9-7 in faceoffs post. Grom is excused from the faceoff. Noonan takes it and wins it. And a nice dump from post. 40 seconds remaining here on the Ravens power play. Anderson cuts it. Ashley Wright is waiting at the point. Anderson loses it, and the Eagles clear it out of their defensive zone into the neutral zone. Abigail Bros turns it over. Grom dumps it. 10 seconds remaining here on the Ravens power play. A great penalty kill here for the Eagles as we are back to even strength. Addison Andre right out in front. Eagles take it away. Kaylee Murphy was also involved there, number 7 in black. Andre dumps it and will sub out. Bro subs out as well. Emma LaRoche is back out there for Franklin Pierce, as well as Alex Sistolo. Roche, number 2, looking forward in the middle. Murphy thought she was tripped up. No whistle blown. 2:25 remaining here in the first period. Franklin Pierce starting to generate some good looks. Got some good looks off of the power play just a moment ago. And Sistolo here in the neutral zone. Coming up on the final 2 minutes here, first period. Big time conference matchup in the Nuha. Eagles and Ravens. Eagles 0-1-1 in conference. Ravens 1-1. These two teams will play right here at this rink tomorrow at 1:30. And it looks like there's a trip. We are going to get a penalty called, I believe. Yeah, it's on Sophia Prentice. Gets called for tripping there with 1:43 remaining in the first period. So the Eagles will have a 5-on-4 advantage here the rest of the way in period number 1. Eagles up 10-7 in faceoffs here. Second power play of the first period here for the Eagles. Webster up top. Hine back to Webster. Crosses one. There's a nice shot and a great deflection by Swenson. Pass out in front. Broken up. Final minute to play, first period. And it will go into the neutral zone, and the Eagles will need to reset things. 1:09 remaining on the Eagles power play. They'll get the first about 20 seconds of the second period with a 5-on-4 advantage, as there is a nice dump. And Levinson ahead of the pack trucks it down. Kevikis taps it up the board. Great penalty kill here thus far by Franklin Pierce. There's a nice shot and a gorgeous save by Hurdle. .3.1 remaining here in the first period. Jody Rose will take the face-off for the Eagles. I believe that is Valeri for Franklin Pierce. There's a nice shot right out in front. Hit the side post, I believe. 12 seconds. Kale dumps it. Up top, Zoner will look to get one final one off, and that'll do it for period number 1. Entertaining, competitive first period of play. The first 20 minutes are in the books. No score at the end of 1. The Eagles will have the first 17 seconds of period number 2 with a power play. We've hit the first intermission. 0-0 here in Shelton. Franklin Pierce and Post. Fun one through the first 20 minutes. All right, nearing the conclusion of the first intermission back here in Shelton at the Sports Center of Connecticut, ready for the start of period number 2 between the Eagles and the Ravens. Jet Devlin's line is out there with Selena McKevichus. First period stats as the Eagles will have a 5-on-4 advantage here for the first 17 seconds of period number 2. We're underway here in the second period. Women's ice hockey in the Nuha matchup here this Thursday afternoon. Again, so glad you're with us. These two teams will play tomorrow at 1:30 to wrap up their back-to-back two-day set. Back to even strength. Charging right through the middle, trying to carve up and knife through the defense as Emma Hine was unable to do so. But a nice effort. Bryn Levinson cuts it. And it's kept inside the blue line. Nice shot there by Hine. Off of the rebound, and Cameron could not get her stick on it properly, and Bodine in a hurry here coming down the right side of the ice. Lost it, goes behind the net after she regained it in the middle. There's a shot, Saunders with the block. 15-6 shots on goal here, Eagles. 27-14 total shots post as Tristan Curry will dump it and sub out. Jill Hurdle in that first period, outstanding. 15 saves, 0 goals allowed. Hannah Saunders, 6 saves as Hurdle makes another one right there off of the shot from Stevens. Eagles had 2 power plays in that first period. Franklin Pierce only had 1. Face-offs here 12-8 Eagles right now. Icing called right there. Jody Rose in that first period, outstanding with her face-offs. 7 wins, 2 losses. Bryn Levinson on the other side, 6 wins, 2 losses. Those two took the most amount of face-offs in that first period. Maddie Noonan will take it right here for the Eagles, and Haley Anderson, the sophomore, will take it for Franklin Pierce. 2 minutes gone here in the second period, no score. Eagles 0-1-1 in conference, 0-5-1 overall. Franklin Pierce 1-3 overall, 1-1 in conference. Coming into today, again, quick turnaround for both of these teams. They play here tomorrow, 1:30 p.m. puck drop. Maggie Cornetta that is, takes it away, feeds it ahead into the blue line. Mackenzie Grimm has it taken away. And it will go here to Addison Andre, the freshman, lost it. Rose taps it up ahead, pass intercepted there by Cornetta. And a nice tap ahead by Peterson, 2-on-1 developing for the Eagles. There's a shot deflected by Swenson. Pass out in front, one-timer Rose. 17-12 remaining here in the second period. There's a shot and a save. 4 block shots for Franklin Pierce, 3 for posts here thus far. Puck nearly went into the neutral zone there, and we get a blown whistle. Might have been hit out of play. 17:02 remaining here in the second period. Face-off won there by the Eagles. Webster goes right by her, regains it, hits it up the near side boards. As LaRoche to the right circle, crosses into the middle. Rose tries to get around her defender. Eagles with the takeaway. Branair on the move. That is Branair, pardon me. Goes right out in front, taken away by the Ravens. Kaylee Murphy cuts it to the middle. A beautiful move, lost it, and it will go behind the net. feeds it towards the middle, off of the rebound, shot off left. And Valeri tracks it down. Goes out here to the blue line. Coffey shares it. Nice wrist shot. Deflected by Saunders right behind the net. Murphy surveying and has it hit towards Coffey. It'll go behind the net right here. Pass right out in front, in the crease, near it, charging in was Dean. And feeds it to the left circle. Coffey lets one rip, and Saunders a nice save. Levinson will take the face-off for Franklin Pierce. That's Jet Devlin for post. Eagles able to win it. Super physical brand of hockey here through the game thus far, as expected in a big-time conference matchup. Coffey in a foot race with McKevikus. She angles it towards the middle. Devlin grappling with her defender right there. That is Lila Bauer. And I believe we just got a penalty called. Yeah, they get it on Bauer. So third power play here for the Eagles. Didn't see what she did, but we'll get it here over the PA system in just a moment. So 15-10 remaining in the second period. Another power play here for the Eagles. Their fourth total of the game. Eagles win the faceoff, 17-9. So we get Bauer for hooking. So power play here for the Eagles. Again, their third. Zoner lets it rip, blocks right out in front. Right with a nice play. Farland has a shot blocked. Charlin with a nice deflection. Eagles able to keep it inside the blue line. Kale lets it rip. All for the rebound. What a block. Some sensational blocks there. That one by Haley Anderson. She'll fire it, and it's off right. Successful power play kill here thus far for Franklin Pierce. Still have a minute to go. Murphy comes into the picture, takes it away. And Levinson into the picture. Murphy hits it up the far side boards. 48 seconds remaining here on the Eagles power play. Hine takes it away, angles to the middle into the neutral zone. 3-on-2 developing. Hine fires it, blocked by Hurdle off of the rebound. Right out in front, there's another shot. McKevikus slows it down. 25 seconds remaining here on the power play. Hine, McKevikus, left circle, fires off left. Deflected by Hurdle off of the rebound. Golden opportunity right there. Hurdle was out of position off of the save. She has been outstanding here. That shot off right. Right out in front. Hurdle brushes it aside. 3 seconds remaining here on the Eagles power play. McKevikus gets one last one off. Curry loses it. We're back to even strength. And another whistle. And it's on Murphy. So great job by the Ravens killing that power play. Not over yet. They got to kill one more right here. Fourth power play of the game for Post. I believe they got... So high sticking there called on Murphy, the call, and Andre will clear it. So fourth power play of the game here for the Eagles. A great job by Franklin Pierce in the previous one. Needs to do it for another 2 minutes. Hine into the neutral zone. Wright hits it up the boards. Andre closes in. Eagles inside the blue line here, settle it down for a moment. Hine fires off right. Targus got her sick on it. 1:12 remaining on the power play. There's a one-timer slap shot. Karam's out to Noah Farberman, who subs into the game, shoots, and blocked by Wright. Bodies hit the ice, get back up. Kale, wrist shot, deflected by Hurdle, off of the rebound. Puck hit out of play with 11:58 remaining in the second period and 52 seconds remaining on the power play. Jill Hurdle with just an outstanding individual performance in net for Franklin Pierce. 22 saves now. 0 goals allowed. Kale. That one deflected by Wright. Karen's back out off of the rebound, out in front, and Targus clears it into the neutral zone. Andre, nice feed. There's a good look, and Saunders with a kick save. 30 seconds remaining on the Eagles' fourth power play of the game. Right out in front, Noonan tried to get it right back to Rose, and it's cleared into the neutral zone by Franklin Pierce. 20 seconds remaining here on the power play. Kale dumps it and leaves it for Noonan. Back to Kale. Targus behind the net looking to clear it. 7 seconds remaining on the Eagles' fourth power play of the game. Another great power play kill by Franklin Pierce. We're back to even strength right out in front. Golden opportunity for Rose, and Hurdle with another nice save. 23-9 now in shots on goal. Eagles 47-19 in total shots posts. Where would Franklin Pierce be without number 32 in net? She has been unreal here this afternoon, coming up with save after save. And the Eagles have also had 4 power plays, not to mention. Nice feed. Anderson lost it for a moment. Timmery Grom has her pass deflected. Sistolo trying to get to it. And Hurdle is going to skate off of the ice, as we have another penalty here going against Franklin Pierce. As Hurdle will come back out. Or excuse me, no, it's going on the Eagles. It's Riley Patfield. Didn't see what she did, but we'll get that for you in just a moment. So second power play of the game for Franklin Pierce. The 6th total now here in the game. Yeah, so that's why Hurdle was skating off of the ice. Franklin Pierce had the advantage. Solid coaching right there. We get Patfield for slashing 2 minutes. Midway through the second period, no score here still in Shelton. Minute 45 left on the power play here, second of the game for Franklin Pierce. Franklin Pierce has killed a lot of power plays here. They've done a great job. Can the Eagles kill one right here? And a nice dump will sail all the way down. No icing called. 23-10 total shots. Or excuse me, 23-10 shots on goal post. Total shots 47-20 Eagles. Right? Now Murphy dumps it. 1:08 remaining here on the Ravens power play. Bros tied up by McKevikus, far side board. Targus hits the brakes, cuts it back, resets things here for Franklin Pierce. Great defense there by McKevikus. 43 seconds remaining on the power play. Shot, or excuse me, pass right out in front. A great save by Saunders. Targus Shot or pass deflected. Great defense. Devlin. And a breakaway opportunity. Devlin one-on-one with Hurdle, fires and it's saved. 15 seconds remaining on the Ravens power play. 3-on-2 developing. 2-on-2, excuse me, because Murphy subs out. A great power play kill there by the Eagles as we are back to even strength. Shot right in front, deflected by Saunders, and we are going to get a trip right there. And a shot and a score! Mariana Valeri. Her first goal of the season, her third point, and it's 1-0 Franklin Pierce. They break the seal open here first with 7:57 remaining in the second period. So power play is wiped off of the goal. Valeri again, her first goal of the season. Franklin Pierce strikes first. Just under 8 minutes remaining here in the second period. So Eagles working from behind. They played a great brand of hockey all afternoon long, but Franklin Pierce able to break open the seal first. Rose tracks it down to the right circle. Shot deflected. Charlin met by Grom, the two number 19s on both teams battling it out. There's a nice shot deflected. Coming up on 7 minutes remaining. Beautiful pass right out in front. Hurdle, another nice save. 25th save of the game for number 32 for Franklin Pierce. Hurdle will feed it to Cornetta. She'll cross it over here to Murphy. One-on-one with Kale, the two number 7s battling right there. Nice takeaway, pass out in front. Out of the reach, LaRoche tracks it down. 6:19 to play here in the second period. Puck goes into the neutral zone. LaRoche tracks it down, dumps it. And I believe it went out of play. We'll get a quick break. 6:12 remaining in the second period. A couple moments ago, Franklin Pierce with their first goal of the game. Mariana Valeri's first goal of her collegiate career as a freshman. 1-0 Franklin Pierce when we return. Back out of the timeout. Cornetta tracked it down, coming up on 6 minutes remaining here in the second period. Pass right out in front. Cornetta hits it ahead, and now Anderson on the move into the neutral zone. Trips, falls. Puck hit out of bounds, I believe, right there into the Franklin Pierce bench. 5:51 remaining here in the second period. 1-0 Franklin Pierce lead. Mariana Valeri, the 5'4" freshman from South Lyon, Michigan. Her first goal of the season, her first goal of her collegiate career here at Franklin Pierce. A couple moments ago, Coffey lets a wrist shot rip. And a one-on-one developing. Stevens has it poked from right behind by Bauer. An excellent play by number 13. Excellent hustle. 5:28 remaining, second period. Cameron with it at the blue line. Taps it right back. There's a nice shot. Zoner off right. Wrist shot right out in front. Hurdle battling a couple bodies right out in front of her, and it caroms to the near corner. Zoner gets to it, taps it. Peyton Tully hasn't seen a whole lot of time here. Trips over on her own feet, and a takeaway here for Franklin Pierce. Anderson taps it ahead. And a line change here for Franklin Pierce. Bryn Levinson back out there. Eagles look to move in transition. Cameron, nice pass right out into the middle for Rose, and she's in a foot race here for it. Nice shot, nice save. Saunders keeps it at a 1-0 Franklin Pierce lead with 4:10 to play in the second period. Tristan Curry's line coming back out there. Jet Devlin, Selena McKevikis, Ruby Mitchell out there. And Marley Webster, the 5th Eagles player out there on the ice. That was very delayed. I was yawning. Nice takeaway there by Webster. Hits it up towards the blue line. Charlin feeds it. Targus right back to her. Curry. Puck inside in the neutral zone. Rose takes it away. And Charlin clears it down ice. That will be an icing. Coming back here with 2:58 to play in the second period. So for some reason we'll have the face-off here at center ice when the icing was called. Don't know why that just happened. 2:50 remaining here in the second period. 1-0 score here. Franklin Pierce in the lead. We'll look looking to get above 500 here in conference, 1-1 in the Newha coming into today. Again, both these teams will get another crack at each other tomorrow afternoon right here in Shelton, 1:30 puck drop. LaRoche cutting right out in front in net. Not able to get it to her was Murphy. Charging in, shooting, and a nice save. That was Maggie Cornetta, the graduate student. Came over from LIU with the shot. 2:07 remaining here in the second period. The Eagles trying to find that equalizer here coming down the stretch of period number 2. Shots on goal here, 25-15 Eagles. Total shots, 54-27 Eagles. Faceoffs, 22-12 Post. Block shots, 14-4 Franklin Pierce. And 4 penalties on Franklin Pierce, 2 on Post. Coffey shares it up the far side boards for Anderson. And Bauer tracks it down for Franklin Pierce. Rose, nice pass out in front, and Hurdle brushes it aside. 1:25 remaining in period number 2. I mean, where would Franklin Pierce be today without Jill Hurdle? She has been outstanding. Save after save. And a lot of them haven't been easy saves. A lot off of rebounds, a lot during power plays. Peterson. Devlin coming into the game. Kale will fire. 55 seconds remaining in period number 2. Addison Andre in transition. Gorgeous move. Couldn't get around Kale, and Saunders will fall on it with 48.6 seconds remaining in period number 2. Curry in a tussle right there with Levinson. Levinson lost her stick. 15 seconds remaining in period number 2. Wright tracks it down, hits it up the boards. Valeri has the lone goal in this one, gets it into the neutral zone with 7 seconds remaining. Valeri angles to the circle, cuts it middle, shoots off left. And that will take us to the end of period number 2. Mariano Valeri gets a shot into the back of the net to break open the seal for Franklin Pierce in period number 2. And we'll head to the second intermission with the Ravens up 1-0 here in Shelton. All right, winding down the second intermission, getting ready for the final 20 minutes here in Shelton. Franklin Pierce with a 1-0 lead. Mariana Valeri with a goal in that second period to break open the seal. Her first goal of the season, assisted by Bo Dean and Brent Levinson. Ready to go for period number 3. Here we go. Eagles trying to mount a little bit of a comeback. Franklin Pierce trying to protect their lead and go and get to 2-1 in conference. And so glad you've been able to hang out here in Shelton. Griffin Cass on hand. How about Jill Hurdle this afternoon? 15 saves in the first period, 10 in the second period, 25 on the game. She has been outstanding. Don't know where Franklin Pierce would be without her performance today. She's been excellent. Hannah Saunders, on the other hand, 6 saves, 6 saves in the first period, 1 goal allowed. Pardon me, let me rephrase that. 6 saves in the first period, 8 saves in the second period, 1 goal allowed in the second period. So 1 goal allowed, 14 saves for her. Total shots here, 58-28 Eagles. Shots on goal, 25-15 post. Face-offs, 24-13 Eagles. Devlin to the right circle. Shoots and it's off right. Block shots here, Franklin Pierce dominating in that category, 17-5. And 4 penalties on Franklin Pierce, 2 on post. Nearly a minute gone through the third period. Again, both of these teams will play tomorrow right here as we get icing at the Sports Center of Connecticut right here in Shelton, 1:30 p.m. puck drop. Taking a look at the Newhouse standings, the New England Women's Hockey Alliance. Post right now in last at 0-1-1. 0-5-1 overall. Only their third game that they have played in conference, third game that Franklin Pierce has played in conference as well. They are 1-1 in conference, 1-3 overall. Nice save. Hannah Saunders stops the clock at 18:37 remaining in the third. Franklin Pierce has yet to play a game at home. They are 1-3 on the road, 0-0 at home. Eagles 0-2-1 on the road this season, 0-3 here in Shelton at home. Minute and a half gone here in the third. Eagles looking to break open the seal here with their first goals. We'll get a icing called on the Eagles there with 18:22 remaining in the third period. 35th all-time meeting between these two programs. Eagles have been dominated in those 34 games. 6 wins, 28 losses, but they have won the last 3 meetings. Previous one came on March 1st, 2025. Saunders falls on it, stops the clock at 18:16. Eagles won that one on March 1st at Franklin Pierce, 1-0. Jenna Charlin charging in. Puck at a hole in that right corner. Gets cleared out. Anderson into the neutral zone. Retreats. Skates. Evades. Has Mackenzie Grimm right out in front, and she missed her. Grimm would have been one-on-one there with Hannah Saunders. Nice dump. Grimm takes it away, cuts it to the middle. Tried to feed it out in front to Andre, and she could not get her stick on it properly. Grimm takes it away, though. Leaves it. Coffey fires it. And Rose tries to hit it up the boards and clear it, and it is cleared into the neutral zone. Webster gets to it. Nice cross to Grom. Cannot settle it down with her stick, and she'll sub out. And Targus will retreat and feed. Murphy cuts to the middle. Good defense there for the Eagles. 16:45 remaining in the third. The Eagles down 1-0, trying to make a push here. Plenty of time remaining in the third. Just got started. And I believe we get an offsides call there on the Eagles. 16:35 remaining in the third. Shots on goal here, 25-17 post. 60-31 in total shots post. They are just dominating in terms of generating shots, but have no goals to show for it. Murphy tries to get past Kale, and Zoner tracks it down. Kale, nice look towards McKevicus, but Targus gets in the way and intercepts. And Levinson almost had it intercepted. One-on-one here. Great defense there, hustling back by Zoner. 4 minutes gone in the third. We are now under 16 minutes to play. Valeri trying to track it down. Lone goal here in this one, a freshman. First goal of her collegiate career, a memorable one and a big one in that second period to get Franklin Pierce on the board first, and it's still 1-0. And it's not like the Eagles have not been generating offense here. Have gotten a lot of shots off. They are dominating in shots on goal and total shots, just have no goals to show for it. Big part of that is the performance of Jill Hurdle today, the senior. Just making save after save, and a lot of those saves very impressive and very difficult. 25 saves on the afternoon for her. The Eagles look to move it in transition. Riley Patfield, nice feed towards Noonan. A great defensive play there by number 26, Alex Sestola, the junior. There's a shot, kick save, I believe, by Hurdle. Now right in front, she brushes it aside. Bodine tracks it down and gets it into the neutral zone. Nice move. Maddie Noonan all over her. Dean gets it right back. Franklin Pierce stays onside. Grimm as Saunders knocks it away. 14.5 to play here in the third. Peterson will look to reset. That is an Andre crafty move. Evades. Andre, the freshman, is slippery. Angles to the circle, fires, and it's off right. 6 minutes gone here in the third. We are under 14 minutes to play in regulation. Franklin Pierce trying to protect their 1-0 lead, clinging onto it. Andre fires, it's off right, collides right into Zoner. Anderson whiffed on the shot, and Grom will try and track her down. Grom feeds it, Rose, one-on-one with her defender, shot was blocked. Franklin Pierce dominating in that category, blocking shots here this afternoon. That is their 18th block shot to the Eagles' 5. Curry, pass deflected and blocked. That was Casey Coffey with a nice play off of her stick. Devlin angles to the left circle, fires right down in front, and Anderson clears it into the neutral zone. Murphy has got the pass in the neutral zone. 12.5 to play here in the third period. Bodies collide in that near corner. Murphy with it. Wright really wanted it as she was cutting right out in front. Wright, a Connecticut native from Milford, a junior, defends Hine as she dumps it right behind the net of Franklin Pierce. McKevikus up top near the blue line for Peterson. Wrist shot blocked. Abigail Burrows got her leg on it. 21st block shot of the game for Franklin Pierce. Their defense has just been outstanding. Hurdle has done her part, certainly, but the defense has also been great with their activity. Murphy, good physicality right there. Somebody lost their stick. That was Murphy. As Levinson tries to get it to the cutter right out in front. Sestolo able to keep it inside the blue line. Noah Farberman. Now Levinson. Neutral zone. Taps it up ahead. Good defense there by Farberman and feeds it now to Peterson. We are starting to come up on the midway point of the third. Still plenty of time for the Eagles to work with, but starting to get to desperation time. 10:46 remaining in the third. We get an icing called right there. It's a 1-0 Franklin Pierce lead here in Shelton. We'll go to the other end of the ice for a face-off. 26-16 Eagles in face-offs 1. Haven't had any penalties here thus far in the third period. Franklin Pierce has committed 4 penalties in the game. Post has committed 2. 0 power play goals thus far here in this one. 10:25 remaining in the third, coming up on that midway point in the third period. Curry backtracks and feeds. Ruby Mitchell here near side boards. Get a whistle on that near side boards. Didn't see what the call there was. Could be all sides. (10:11 to play in the third. 27-16 Eagles ahead in faceoffs. That one won by Franklin Pierce. So 27-17 now. Midway through the third period, 10 minutes to play here in regulation. A 1-0 Franklin Pierce lead. Grom gets to it, pinned in that corner. And Bauer took it away momentarily. Puck goes into the neutral zone. Hine looks to make a move, hits it up the near side boards. And this one cleared. Grimm to the circle. Great defense there by Cameron. 9:20 to play in the third. Peyton Tully. We get a whistle and a timeout. 9:16 remaining in the third. Franklin Pierce 1, Post 0. All right, out of the timeout, 9:16 to play in the third. Maddie Noonan to take the face-off. Abigail Bros to take the face-off for Franklin Pierce. Eagles win it. Their 28th face-off won. LaRoche takes it away, clears it ahead for Wright, and she's slammed into the near side boards. Bros across the blue line with Murphy right to her. A crafty move, shot off right. Nice pass out in front, but Noonan was right there to intercept. Eight minutes to play in the third. Desperation about to start to set in for the Eagles. Chasing one goal. Curry fires. Glove save, Hurdle. We get a face-off here in the neutral zone. 28-17 Eagles in face-offs. 7:45 remaining in the third. That one hit up into the Eagles bench. 7:42 remaining in regulation. Eagles win that face-off. 30-17 now. Eagles in face-offs won. Rose. Middle. Nobody home. No icing going to be called. Zoner will retrieve it. Charlin. Webster hounded there by Bodine. And Farberin dumps it. Icing called. 7 minutes even to play in the third. The Eagles will have to hold off on that line switch. Somebody lost their stick. That is Zoner. Puck going all the way down the ice. No icing called. 6:45 remaining in the third. line, tracks it down. Feeds it up for Patfield. Far side boards, brings it into the neutral zone. Dumps it. Bauer right there to retrieve it for Franklin Pierce. Bauer now into the neutral zone, has Grimm to her left. She will just dump it. Under 6 minutes to play in the third. Question obviously is there's a nice pass out in front. Brose could not get her stick on it properly. Question is for Brandon Brown and the coaching staff on the Eagles side, when are you going to pull Saunders? Always a big time coaching decision here at this part of the game. You can feel the desperation starting to set in now. 5.5 minutes remaining in the third. Eagles chasing one goal, down 1-0. Right out in front. Saunders is there and makes the save. 5:13 to play in the third. (31-17) Eagles and face-offs. Rose ahead, has Grom moving to her right. She looks to pass it to her. Grom out in front, a shot and a easy save there for Hurdle. Didn't really have to move. Puck goes into the neutral zone, and Murphy tracks it down. No players running with her. Multiple Eagles get back. 4:40 remaining in the third. Murphy cuts it to the middle, cuts it to the left circle, loses it. Obviously, you can't do it right now, but eyes are going to start to be on Hannah Saunders when she is going to get pulled. Bodine onto the ice here for Franklin Pierce. This one will go all the way down. No icing called, and it's retrieved by Franklin Pierce. Maggie Cornetta got to it. Curry hits it up ahead. Under 4 minutes to play in the third. 1-0 Franklin Pierce lead. Angling to the right circle is Kale. Feeds it towards the middle. Nobody home. Cornetta clears it into the neutral zone. Whistle, all sides called on post with 3:18 remaining in the third. And Brandon Brown looks like he's looking down at Hannah Saunders. She should be getting that signal any minute now. Hurdle will fall on it. Clock stopped at 3:11. (32-17), now 33-17. Eagles in faceoffs. Icing not called. We're under 3 minutes to play in the third. Andre right out in front. Somebody blocked it on the Eagles. That was either Noonan or Cameron. Anderson, slap shot. Charlotte off left. 2:37 remaining in the third. And there's a shot right out in front by Anderson and a nice glove save by Saunders. 2:34, the clock is stopped here in the third. And you have to think that as soon as this puck is cleared, if they are able to do so, the Eagles that is, that Saunders will be heading right to the bench. It's kind of do or die now as we'll get a timeout here on the Eagles side, and they'll talk things over. Down one with 2:34 remaining in the third. Face off won by Franklin Pierce, shot off left. Out of the timeout here, 2:25 remaining in the third. Puck brought into the neutral zone. Devlin across the blue line, goes right behind the net. Puck right behind the net. Franklin Pierce looking for the clear, not able to do so into the neutral zone. Great job by Hein keeping it in, but now it goes into the neutral zone. 1:20 remaining here in the third. Saunders out of the net. It's a 6-on-5 for the Eagles. Dean with an excellent play keeps it on this side of the ice. Coming up on the final minute. Nice shot and a score and the dagger. Bo Dean solidifies the win for Franklin Pierce. Dean with her second goal of the season. And that should be the exclamation point for Franklin Pierce. Saunders back out of net. At the final minute here in the third period. What a game. Super fun. Tomorrow should be a lot of the same. Again, both of these teams scoring off tomorrow right here in Shelton at 1:30 p.m. We'll have the coverage for you right here. Saunders coming back out of the net. So another empty net here. 42 seconds remaining. Eagles going to drop to 0-6-1 overall, 0-2-1 in the Newha. And there's a shot, and it goes off left. Icing called, 30.8 remaining in the third. Franklin Pierce going to get to above 500 in conference with the win, going to improve to 2-3 overall and 2-1 in conference. What a game though, super fun, super competitive, very physical. Both teams play great brands of hockey. We'll step aside here with 30.8 remaining in the third.